Boys, Real Madrid had an absolute disaster class versus Benfica in the Champions League. If you guys do enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe. I'll catch you next time. Peace. Boys, just as we thought that Real Madrid were back on track, cooking again, they had a game against Benfica this week in the Champions League. A very important match. And they ended up losing 4-2 against José Mourinho's side. It was a pretty good game, I won't lie to you. It just kind of felt like there was moments again where Real Madrid kind of reverted back to individualistic football, not enough pretty play. I do think that facing José Mourinho was a difficult ask for this Real Madrid team. I think Mourinho's experience and the way he shaped this team to defend Real Madrid and attack a Real Madrid in certain spots, José Mourinho knew where they were weak at and where they could expose them at, and he basically did just that. There were some individual brilliances from Mbappé and Vini. Vini actually had a decent game. He did miss a really big chance that I thought would have put the game away in the second half. He missed a header wide open in the back post. But neither here nor there, he didn't put it away. It is what it is. Real Madrid ended up losing that game. Benfica had more opportunities to win the game. And I feel like it was justified that they won, but it also kind of sucks because that first Arbeloa game was so interesting on how many triangles they played, how many through balls, how many dummy runs there were. It was liquid football, right? And then you watch a game like that Benfica game, and it was so ugly and so individualistic like it was when the team was under Xabi Alonso. So it was... We don't know what Real Madrid is. They don't have an identity. They don't have a style. They don't have a belief in their coach, or I don't know really what it is, because Barcelona on paper are not a better team, but they have a style of football that is just prettier. It is a style. It is a system. And Real Madrid are just not that right now. They're very reliant on Mbappe's finishing his dinner and Vini making space for Mbappé to run into certain spots. And it becomes extremely difficult when you're relying on one man or two guys just to make you win games. It's difficult. I do think that there's glaring issues in the defense. Raúl Asensio got sent off here in this game. I thought it was a justified sending off, but the Real Madrid has no defenders. I think when Eder Militao and Rudiger are healthy, especially having Asensio and Hausen for other games, or mixing and matching them, it helps a lot. But it's difficult for me to root for Real Madrid currently. I obviously still watch them. I still love them. All these other things, but it kind of gets disappointing in what's the word I'm looking for? Not fun. Like, you remember all these magic moments that they used to have as a team, as a group, as a squad, and there's not that. So this was Real Madrid's deadly trio against Benfica. Mbappé had 2 goals. Obviously, he's the man. He does what he does. Rodrigo had a red card. He got heat of the moment. He got it, and then he got sent off for having words with referee. And then Vinicius Jr. I mean, what is wrong with that guy? Who knows? Nobody knows what happened. Ever since these contract talks, ever since him losing the Ballon d'Or, contract talks, it all kind of accumulated and became this thing of him being god-awful. And this was José Mourinho celebrating the goal. And it was kind of funny. They showed him right before they scored that final goal. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Benfica needed a goal to get into the knockout phases because of goal differential. And so they have a set piece. I don't remember who committed the foul, but they have a set piece. And in a pretty good spot, to be fair. And Mourinho, they panned the camera to Mourinho. Mourinho's telling his keeper, hey, get in there. Keeper, go win this. And they cross the ball into the box. The keeper heads it in, and Mourinho looks like a fucking masterclass, right? And then Obviously, Real Madrid and Benfica are poised to play against one another again. I believe it's Benfica or Manchester City, right? It's one of the two. I don't know, man. It's hard. It's so difficult because on paper, this Real Madrid team, if you look at their whole squad, their whole roster, you're like, this is a Champions League competing team. Like, they should be in the semis at least. And now they're kind of squeezing by the knockout phases. They're losing to Benfica away. They're kind of getting blown out by a lot of teams. That first Monaco game was like, oh my God, they could do something here, right? They look different. They're playing different. And then it just, obviously you have games like this and games in the league and you're just like, okay, we're back to square one. And I've enjoyed a lot the criticism that Mbappé has had for his teammates and his team. I mean, he's really stepped up his role as a leader. I think that there's still moments where he has to really lead on the pitch as well, because I think after this game especially, when the final whistle blew, Courtois was the only person kind of telling his teammates, hey, let's go clap for the fans. I know you understand you're pissed, but we have to go clap for our fans and applaud them from going, making the trip, and supporting them. And I don't think Mbappe was in that group of people that went. I think it was just Courtois, Valverde, Asensio maybe, and a couple others. Danny Ceballos is usually pretty good about stuff like that. But it's so, like, discouraging to watch, and you understand, like, a lot of people that don't watch football, that are not huge football fans, they understand, like, hey, this is a good team, this is a scary team, these are all players who have individual class, and they're all top tier guys, but as a team, they're god-awful. But, I mean, it's tough, man. I really don't know what the resolution here is. I don't know how you fix Real Madrid. I don't know what the problem is. I do think that there has to be changes. I think Arbeloa is pushing too hard for Vinicius Jr. to be at a caliber player and to be a guy that's untouchable. To me, the only person that is untouchable right now for me is Courtois, Mbappe, and probably like Raul Asensio. And maybe Tchouaméni at times. Tchouaméni has problems, but I prefer him over others. But I mean, other than that, man, it was tough watch. Benfica deserved to win. Unfortunately, Real Madrid are a fucking disaster. It's tough to put it in any other words, but it is what it is. If you guys did enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe. I'll catch you next time. Peace.